on AM 560. The Answer. Real conversations with some of the most trusted professionals in Chicagoland. Once again, here's attorney Stephen A. Leahy.
Hey, welcome back. This is the Trust Radio Network on AM 560. The Answer. Joined here with my co-host Jim Leahy, our technical producer Deborah Schreiner, and our very special guest Jackie Hayden from Delta.
Sorry,
Jim's
Delta Insurance Advisors.
I knew that.
I'm just going to let him say it from now on.
Well, everybody confuses me with Delta Dental. We do sell it, but
I saw that when I was Googling you to get your logo for WatchTalkRadio.com.
Okay.
So remember, we're on WatchTalkRadio.com every Friday afternoon live. And of course, after the show's recorded, it's there too. So if you missed the show, you can always go to WatchTalkRadio.com and see the show.
I want to tell people too, if you guys are listening out there this Saturday evening, and you guys go to WatchTalkRadio.com, or you go to Facebook and look up the Trust Radio Network and like the page and become a Trust Radio Network subscriber. Remember, if you have somebody that you want to hear on the show, if you think there's a trusted professional that we're not bringing to the table, message us and let us in on that little secret so we can try to get them on the show.
And if they are truly a trusted professional, we'll get them on the show.
That's
because
right.
we want to share the trusted professionals to make your job easy when you're making these important decisions.
Definitely.
Like insurance. One thing about insurance is when people buy insurance, they're with you for a long, long time, aren't they?
with me, 98%. My commercial retention is 98%. Same with my home and auto.
See, that's amazing, and that's what people don't realize is when you get insurance, it's a long relationship.
It's supposed to be a long
Yes.
relationship. Apps don't give that to you. We are app friendly. We do work with apps, but we take it to the next step of what you're supposed to be as an agent. You're supposed to be in front of your customer.
Okay.
I will help you.
And I want to just interrupt you a little bit because I want to talk about these real estate outfits too that are apps that try to replace a person with technology.
You see that all the time.
You can't replace that what's necessary from a person with technology.
You know what?
Technology can help people. You can help.
It helps. There's no doubt about it.
Can't be replaced.
That's right.
You
Having
can't
the tools is great, and that's why you start looking at some of the top brokerages in the Chicagoland area, App Properties being one of them. The technology is on the forefront of what we do.
But it's really about the people.
But it really does come down to the professional relationship. You have
Same thing with you, right, Jackie?
I don't want to take
really
away
about it's really about your personal relationship.
It has to be, because when you're doing something on an app, and I've tested it myself, okay, it's easy to fill in the blanks, but when it comes back in whole, how many of you people really read the small print and then you want to be competitive with the price? And I can guarantee you, 2 big app carriers, when they call me saying, well, what do I need this for? I'm like, well, I don't represent them. It's a direct writer. But if I'm looking at this, what you just sent me, are you paying attention that you just depleted a coverage that's needed?
Yeah.
So, yeah, your premium's going to be a lot cheaper. And do you even know
Exactly.
that it's the state minimum that you just rated?
So they don't, because no one's there to explain it to them.
No one's there to explain it to them.
So tell them, you know what I like to do on this segment? I like our trusted professionals to give us stories about people they have helped, so our listeners and viewers can see themselves in the people that you help. So give it.
I was just thinking about that before I came in. Right now, here we have that thing in common, audits. Well, insurance audits are not the same as audits by the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
The insurance industry does not report to the IRS. Right now, in the last 6 months, and it's due to apps and doing online work, I have 7 prospects that came in. 5 of them became customers because what happened with their audit is they didn't know how to fill out the information online correctly. Their representative within the office didn't know how to do that. And if they did it inaccurately. So what happens if they don't finish it? What happens in our industry, it's called an estimated audit. And then the estimated audit is billed, and it's usually 30 to 40% higher of what was estimated at renewal. That's 7 clients. And we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars, a 33% increase when all of a sudden you realize that you may have had a loss. How do you help those people?
You know, it's funny because
On an app.
I just got an audit from my carrier, and I can't get in. I can't get in to fill it out. And so now the time is ticking because they're going to do the estimated audit.
They're going to do the estimated audit, but you can always dispute it. And people don't realize. And I'm sitting right now with 2 very large ones where we're going back not just 1 year, but we had to contact their attorney, have the attorney sit down with us. I directed the attorney of what I would recommend to do, and now we're going back 3 years, which means they're not just going to get back $1,000 or $2,000. We're talking $15,000 to $20,000.
Wow.
Wow.
That now, again, no app is going to tell you this, right?
No app is going to tell you
That's
that.
why you need a trusted professional to help you with this stuff, because there's lots of money involved here.
I would think $15,000 or $20,000 is a chunk of change, and I would want it in my purse, not in the insurance company's.
Absolutely true. And again, so what other kind of people do you help? And
right now, we're seeing a lot of issues with bonds. There's a need for so many different types of bonds. We could do executor bonds. We could do license and permit bonds for contractors. And what's happening, it's spring, everything's breaking. You have the contractors wanting these little bonds. And yeah,
explain to people what a bond is and why it's important.
A bond is important. You have a contractor that says that he's bonded. It's not an insurance policy. It's a financial guarantee. If that contractor goes belly up and the bond's on file, the bond company comes back, pays whoever it's deemed to the cash to repave or repair or do the electrical work that contractor pulled.
So we hear this a lot. I'm bonded and insured. And so I don't think people understand what a bond is, and that's why I asked you to explain
A bond
that.
is a financial guarantee, because what happens once the bond company pays the municipality that it's filed or the state, the bond company comes back knocking on your door saying, you owe me that money back, and you have 30 days, maybe 60, to pay it back in full.
And so so people don't understand that's where they get these bonds. They get them from people like yourself, isn't that right?
Correct. You can buy them from us, and a lot of the little municipalities, you can buy them there as well. But again, you're not dealing with somebody that knows how the bond companies work. And it kills me with the contractors, depending on the insurance market, what's happening, whether it's hard or soft, it doesn't matter. Pay attention. You have to have somebody paying attention. You can have a contractor that's working in 10 different towns at $10,000 each. Well, if he goes bankrupt, you have 10 bonds at $10,000. That's $100,000 you owe back if the bond's pulled. And people don't realize that. So you have to keep financials. You have to keep your contractors, communicating, a very good communication skill with your contractors. You have to. And part of the problem is that I'm seeing right now.
So when you're saying your contractors, you mean your clients?
My clients, correct. But you have different cultures that are coming in. So you have to educate them to the level where they understand, I'm bonded, you're not insured. The insurance is where the legal issues come from. The bond is the cash that's going to be paid. You have to sit down with them, and you have to explain in detail. And believe it or not, some of the cultures that are here are even more disciplined, because it's not a matter of fear. It's a matter of just cover yourself. They're going to get the financial papers for you, have it documented, and return.
And that's where you come in, right? Because
Exactly.
you can look at the whole picture. You need some insurance. You need bonding.
Well, that's why you're a trusted professional. Exactly what you said right there. You'll sit down, and education is so important. And with anybody, with any business you do, educating your clients is like the number one thing. So many people that operate a business, just those failing businesses, they just don't do the education part. They just
that's where trusted professionals come in, right? Because and that's why, and they know their industry. You can't know every industry. You can't know what if I'm as an attorney, right? I know the law that I help people with, but I certainly don't know about insurance.
Right.
And that's why I need an insurance person, right? That helps you walk through this stuff.
And Delta's designed that way. We have people that specialize in commercial insurance and business, people that specialize in errors and omissions coverage, malpractice for the attorneys, for example, malpractice for physicians, contractors. You could see that our culture has taken it for granted.
So
the license permit.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on. We're running out of time.
But why don't I ask you this? If someone's got a question, can they call you and get an answer without a charge?
Yes.
Okay, so give us your number. Actually, it's go ahead. Give us.
What are you talking about? Jeez, write it down. Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, remember, Jackie Hayden, president with Delta Insurance Advisors, is with us. Let's get the website.
www.deltainsuranceadvisors.com.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the show is sponsored by Open Tax Resolution 312-664-6649. Visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com. It's going to be your help to fight the IRS. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in anything that you're hearing right here, go to WatchTalkRadio.com. It's going to be a great little tool to help get you in touch with our trusted professionals. Listen to our sponsors and come back on AM 560.
The Answer.